Welcome, Broncos fans, to Spring Hill Sports Live. We apologize getting you to this action a little late. As you see at the bottom of your screen there, the violent collision between the Panthers defender and your Spring Hill Broncos. Right now the score is 3-2. The Paola Panthers lead in the first half, as we've had technical difficulties on our side. Now, if you do want to take in this game, with full information with no glitches as you look at the score bug on your screen. Obviously, that doesn't quite look right, but we will have your Spring Hill friendly call here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Feel free to, of course, flip over to our sister network over with Paola if you do wish to view this cast with all of the numbers. Again, though, 3-2 here early on as the Broncos trail. It was an and-one opportunity, free throws that put the Panthers ahead. Already 4 minutes gone here in the first quarter. I think I'm just going to drop that. Hey, there's some letters there for us. As I do my best here to clean up that screen for you. Three ball on the way, knocked down. Paola going to push out that lead. As the deficit now 4, Bond dribbling up with the left hand is smothered defensively. Here's Weber, gets the high screen. Thought about it off the pick and roll opportunity, but turned it over. Maggie Koch the other way, gets it to Abby Ediger. Older sister Kate, a big player for the Panthers last season, and now going to be a Johnson County Cavalier as well. Yeah, that's a kick-out pass, swung around again by the Panthers. This one just off the front iron. And they're moving the ball early are the Panthers, and a foul comes in. You see Coach Husa down there. She wanted that one. Has felt like those Paola rebounders all over him. As they trail 6-2 here with 2:36 to play in the first quarter. Substitutes into the game as we welcome you again. Apologies for joining this game late for the first time here in 2023. Alex Smith, Akeda Carbajo here bringing you this action on a Tuesday. I believe it'll be the same lineup, if I'm not mistaken, on a Friday night for us possibly as well. So Weber to inbound. They do like to feature their leading scorer off those inbound sets. Thought about that triple, then pulled it back out. There is a three on the way, but missed. So Panther ball by 4 here with 2:10 to play. Now we are going to do our best to get this score bug back into the game for you. But again, this game also being broadcast over on our sister network, Paola Sports Live, and obviously they're going to be rooting for the team in black throughout this, and also the men's or the boys contest too. But that may be a little less confusing for our audience. Paola going to try the side pick and roll, maybe look at another three. Dribble drive down the baseline by Koch, no good. Weber the other way, head up all the way down the right side of the court. Now starts her move to the left, a kick out pass is gonna be knocked down for 3. Margot Todd from behind the arc. Makes it just a 1-point contest with 1:30 now in the first. Dusting off my radio calls for this action, as I'll be making those score updates constant. Here come the Panthers, middle of the lane. Jade Mead gets in there with the left hand and drops it off post to post for Brylin Wicker. So that's post to post also. Free throw up off the mark. I mentioned that is something at the high school level. You see teams, they shoot 40, 50, maybe 60% if they get lucky early on in the season. And then typically you do see that tend to tighten up later on in the year. And that's a good offensive rebound inside for the Panthers. A third chance now as the Broncos unable to end that possession. They're going to pay for it. Another personal foul. Another foul on a Busher. And Busher kind of, as I was watching these early season games back and working on that highly anticipated early season highlight video. Yes, folks, I still am going to come out with that video. It's still happening. But as I was watching that video, it was very clear to me that Busher is kind of developing as that number 2 option behind Weber. It has been foul trouble so far in just the sophomore season that has limited that ability to be effective. Substitutes making their way into the contest for the Broncos. First minutes of the new year for some. So that free throw goes down, and you can see the reaction to the front end of a 1-and-1. Nobody knows what to do. It's so rare that they go in, no one even knows how to react. Second one up, and that one goes down as well. So that's off to the Panthers, making those free throw opportunities, those bonus free throws count. We are now under a minute, 47 seconds remain. It is 9-5 with the Panthers leading. Backdoor cut, Busher is fouled underneath, and she will head to the line. A chance for 2. That foul on Maggie Kauk, the 5'9" senior, big part of this program last season too. Free throw up and good as Spring Hill look to keep pace. Now a 3-point contest. The lefty too strong, and actually 2 Spring Hill players were fighting over that board. Ended up deflecting it right to the Panthers. Here comes Kell. Starting the move, bowling right over the defender. The whistle is very late to finally come in, and I believe that was a jump ball. It will stay with Paola. Underneath for Paola, 26 remaining here in the first quarter. Throws it away, and into the wrong person too. It's up ahead to Weber. And that is going to be a foul on the court before the foul. And I don't understand why, if you're Paola, why are you complaining right now? It wasn't a shooting foul. That was the best possible outcome for you on that play. Yeah, best player on the Broncos running out ahead of the pack, and then now you got to run a side out set. That was a great foul. Here's Weber backing down into the post. Turnaround shot won't go. And it's rebound pulled out by Ella Foster, crossing over now on Weber with 10 to play. This one thrown in the center. Now 8 to shoot for Paola. Down to 5 seconds remaining. Smothering Bronco D. 2, 1. The shot goes up, and it's good. Ella Foster beats the horn, and it's a 3. That sends the Panthers into the first quarter break. They lead 12-6. A big shot right at the horn for the Panthers. This is high school basketball in 2023, right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-45.
A 6. .612 your score here after the first quarter. Spring Hill in a little bit of a hole, and that certainly has not been a theme for this team. Even in games they've lost, they tend to come out hot, and that's what Weber's going to do here to start off quarter number 2. Weber claims those 3 points right back. 9-12 now the score. As we're going to try to rebuild that score bug, but there just is not enough time in high school timeouts really to do much of anything. When they say that it's going to last for 1 minute, sometimes it only lasts for 35 precious seconds. And a foul going to come in underneath on Paola. Or excuse me, that is on Spring Hill rather. It's going to send Paola back to the free throw stripe. They did get a good number of those points in the first quarter from the line. And, of course, I think one of the strangest rules now that remains in Kansas high school basketball is the fact that we do play quarters, and yet when we go to the next quarter, the bonus fouls, they do not reset. So might as well be playing in the same quarter if that's the case, but I digress. Here comes Bond dribbling down the left side over to Weber. Weber loads up, doesn't hesitate off the back iron. And you can see she got the first one. I think she just often, especially comparing this role to the one that she kind of had last season, just feels like she has to be that scoring force and that she has to come back and make back-to-back threes and get hot. But you don't always have to do it all at once or all in the first quarter. It's hard to remember that when you are trailing early, as the Broncos currently are. Nice rebound inside by Bond, who gets fouled. And that is the 5th team foul on Paola with just 6:43. 6:43 still on the clock, I should say, in quarter number 2. 13-9 your score. Paola jumping out to an early lead. But lots of time to flip that before teams will head to the locker room. Busher for a Bond, who crosses the timeline and almost threw it away. And after the deflection, Broncos fortunate to keep it. Suter to inbound. Nice pass into the corner for Bond. And they wanted Busher down low, couldn't get it to her. Pass bounced all the way through out of bounds. Of course, we will have the boys action later as a part of the doubleheader. Nice move motoring up that far side. Maddie Pitzer, who was fouled. Weber commits the infraction, and talk a lot about Weber's defense, offense, but actually was going to mention deserves maybe more credit, at least from my part, defensively. Right now, though, Broncos need to find a way to keep pace in this one with their leading scorer in foul trouble. Second free throw up, good for Maddie Pitzer. Dribble drive. Into the middle now, back out. Broncos. Again, unsure just what they want to do with a nice left-handed shot. As LaPlante gets to the middle of the paint and delivers. The left side pick and roll action. Screen is actually rejected by Foster. Really impressive play there at the end of that first quarter. Unfortunately, that's the exact type of play that benefits from your screen having the score bug on it. So you know just how many seconds are left when a player pulls up and lets it go. Nice cut through the center of the lane. And the shot up and good for Suter. Every team at every level will run that flex cut, whether it's off the block, off the elbow. And Suter coming flying across the paint, gets the pinpoint pass and puts it in. 13-15, your Spring Hill Broncos trail by 2 here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Right back in it here at Spring Hill on Spring Hill Sports Live for the first time here in 2023. I can tell you it's not one of our resolutions to broadcast the rest of the season without a scores animation, score bug, whatever you want to call it underneath, as the Broncos going to stay red hot offensively. They continue to execute. They continue to get looks underneath the basket. These last few times down, that's resulted in fouls, and that has resulted in them climbing back into striking distance. That time it was LaPlante who was fouled underneath, missing the first free throw. Unfortunately, that will keep the Broncos behind, at least for this sequence. 13-15, they trail with 5:15 to go in the second quarter. Second free throw is way off the mark. Actually, didn't hit the rim. That one was whistled dead. Here come Paola motoring down that right side. Nearly lost it and did. You could see the smirk, that painful look on the Paola coach's face. Just, Sometimes you play right into the other team's hands when you just speed yourself up, trying to get through that press, throwing it out of bounds. Here comes Suter. And another foul. This will put the Broncos on the line for 1-1 for the first time tonight. So still a 2-point lead for Paola, but that very much under threat here as it's Harris to the line. Busher, rather. Second one up and off the side iron. Free throw struggles for the Broncos. Just one of two that time. 14-15 now. The deficit cut to just one. Paola a little discombobulated. They set that side screen and roll once again. And look at that defense by Weber up top. The much smaller offensive player, Hazel Downham. Just 5'3". Getting up a lot of size in that one. Here Weber is again. And that's going to be a double dribble. Looked like Downham actually dribbled the ball kind of just to control it and catch the ball. That's one where the ref sometimes allows players to get away with that, but not by the definition of the rule. And that time they were trying to just rub Jenna Weber off of the defender. Get her in some open space. You see right now that matchup is shaping up between the seniors, Pitzer and Weber. You get to this point in your career, that's just a matchup that both of these players have seen over and over again. Pressure up the floor by the Broncos. Paola able to get it up ahead, though. Shot blocked at the rim by Weber. Gets the rebound, does it herself. Now motoring down with the right hand. And back spinning to the left, got fouled. Panthers dismayed about that one, and I must say, were I to remove my purple tinted ones, I could potentially see that frustration. That's Jamie Butler down there, the head coach of the Panthers. Has already had a couple of animated discussions with the officials, and I think she's just welcoming them to a new year. A new year, a year of a fruitful, productive, collaborative relationship with the wonderful Kansas State high school officials. Full court defense put on by the Broncos. Pass up ahead and in the corner. Abby Ettinger almost in trouble. Now the shot goes up, no good. Another rebound for Weber. Motoring up with the right hand, now goes behind the back, but can't really shake the defender. Three ball on the way, won't go. And that rebound was certainly, that had to have been tapped by the Paola player there. That was Pitzer who just got away with one. Avakel to inbound for the Panthers. And that one tipped. Look at this. When you can get the bigger post position players playing up high on the press, that is so scary to deal with as the offensive team. Look at that long baseball pass, though. That'll relieve the pressure just fine as the Panthers getting old school with it and just winding up, uncorking one to beat the press. Couldn't score, though. 16-15, 1 point lead. Weber trying to change that, but she's off the mark. And that's going to be a traveling violation. Well, the one thing you can still see on your screen, the presenting sponsor of Spring Hill Sports Live, Strode Orthodontics, specializing in creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff at Strode Orthodontics is experienced, highly trained, and fully licensed with decades of combined experience in the orthodontic field. Located in Spring Hill, Olathe, and Overland Park. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. And Rodden getting it done just as I get done with telling you all about our presenting sponsor. That makes it a 3-point lead now, 18-15 in favor of the Broncos. This is a big-time drought right now for the Panthers, and it gets even worse. A push-off foul called on the dribble drive. Now that's certainly an unconventional call to make. And with that combined with what's gone on underneath, Paola feel like they are really not benefiting from what's going on with the officials right now. That pass bobbled around and then eventually thrown away. And looks like Busher knew what was wrong with that play kind of as soon as she let go of the ball. Especially when you are going to play a full court pressure defense when you come down with the ball offensively. Just take care of it. And you see that time the Broncos just turned it right back over. Here come the Panthers once more, blocked by Weber. But the Panthers get it back. Another block inside, but there's a foul. What a sequence there. Ends in, I think that was Herman picking up the foul. It was indeed. And the Broncos long ago picking up the second foul, or the 10th foul, I should say, as part of that double bonus. Paola doing a much better job, at least with the eye test, making the free throws, due to getting on the air late with this one. That pretty much just cans any effort to manually track the score. If you don't do it from the tip-off, it kind of renders it moot. And an early lane entry going to be called against the Panthers. So 18-16, your score. 2 minutes and 8 seconds remain here in the first half. And then we've got the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning halftime coverage. That'll be coming your way. And we'll preview the boys matchup, look around at some of the area matchups as well. But still got 1:49 here. Still got Rodden free throws coming up for Spring Hill. This one has never really gone outside of that 5-6 point lead range right now. It is Spring Hill leading it by 2 points with Rodden a chance to extend that. First one off the back iron. Calc returns for Paola. Second one up, and second one good. 3 points now, the advantage for the Broncos, and that one was last touched by Paola. And you see it on the floor, you hear it in the crowd, the dismay of anybody who wore the color black into this gym tonight. And my goodness, Jamie Butler protesting a lot like how Jimmy Butler does on that play. And Weber just turned it right over. That's going to be a travel. This basketball game has completely lost its flow. A bench warning has now been assessed to the Paola sideline. So we'll see if that impacts the way that Jamie Butler may consider approaching these officials for the rest of this one. It's a really tight game, folks. 19-16, minute and 15 to go in the second quarter, and another foul in the corner. Both teams have established now the double bonus. Busher will head to the stripe. Bush able to put it in. Finally, the Broncos. Now that they're leading, of course, they want to make those free throws and extend the lead, but from that trailing position, so hard for them. That one just rolls in. 5 points now, the advantage for the Broncos. Paola feeling like it came at a really off time. A couple of questionable calls really throwing them off their rhythm. Wild shot rebounded by the Broncos, thrown up ahead, and just about flipped up, and nearly a nice play to save that by Herman. Weber now to inbound. Nice entry for, it was Busher who was fouled on the shot attempt, right back to the free throw line. City Busher crafty with that left hand. He's here at the free throw line quite often. It's low. Really explodes up to fire away that lefty free throw. 55.4 seconds remaining. As the second one, again, front rim, but it rolls right in. Shooter's touch. 52 seconds now as the Panthers motoring up the floor. And that is, oh my. I mean, you get called for palming in the game of basketball in 2023. I mean, I mentioned kind of earlier in the sequence that the Paola fans and coaches and folks on the bench may perhaps even a little bit rightly feel aggrieved. And, man, after a palming call, that is something else. Sure in trouble on the elbow. Got it to Weber, who flips it up and in with the left hand. Well, just as it looked like that offensive possession kind of losing its steam, Broncos able to come up with a nice pass, a nice dive by Weber across the paint. Swish by Weber. Big time sequence there to try to close out this first half. 25-16 is the lead. Paola possibly their final possession. They put up an early shot though, and that may give them, or may give Spring Hill rather, another chance, but instead it will stay with the Panthers. 8.2 seconds remaining. 25-16 the score. Broncos opening up a big lead now. And they threw it right to Weber. 6 seconds for Weber. All the way inside, took a bump, no whistle. And on the rebound, it's tied up. A jump ball will favor Paola. 0.2 seconds remaining. It's purely ceremonial, as both sides will head into the locker room. Both the first and the second quarter, they certainly looked very different. You see the boys pouring onto your screen now. They've got the matchup next, but first, we've got halftime coverage coming your way right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Welcome back, fans, to your Mike Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show at Elliott Group. They believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both, with offices throughout the area and online at AllianceInsuranceGroup.com. Well, thanks for joining us here for the first time in the year 2023. Again, apologies that you joined this game late. Apologies that the score will not be appearing on your screen, but the score nonetheless is 25-16 at the half. Your Spring Hill Broncos leading now. They opened up what ended up being a 9-point lead, and I can certainly tell you the feeling that I have and the feelings that the guys to my left who broadcast on Paola Sports Live have are quite different, because I just watched some interesting officiating that I didn't really know what to think about that. And, of course, those guys, that was their team that got that was the victim of those calls. And it also coincided with a huge scoring drought. It coincided with a time that Spring Hill took the lead in the game and undeniably was a big part of that momentum shift. But nonetheless, credit the Broncos for taking advantage, and big difference between the first and second quarter also actually making those free throws. Again, 25-16. Weber couple threes and one as well. And Busher going early for Spring Hill 2. We've got the boys matchup coming later tonight. But first, 16 more minutes of girls basketball here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
We got a couple of area matchups for you. The area matchups are brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. With offices throughout the area and online, Elliott Insurance Group believes that building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. Of course, things kind of just getting back into the mix here after the new year. A lot of places have not even restarted school yet, so they got to restart basketball before they restart school. I'm in favor of it. If the players agree to it as well. Looking around the league today, Spring Hill, Paola, boys and girls, Lewisburg and Eudora, boys and girls, and then Turner and Piper on the boys side also play. Really kind of the only Frontier League one that we've got eyes on there is going to be that Eudora and Lewisburg game. Of course, though, Eudora heavily pretty much favored in, frankly, any Frontier game that they will match up in this season. 3 minutes to go here at halftime. We'll step away for one last time. You're watching the halftime coverage right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and texts. We ended up with our dream home, all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Well, a somewhat tense atmosphere here as the teams get back out on the floor, and you can hear it from the Paola side. It wasn't when the teams came out that they made some noise. It was when the refs came back out onto the floor. Some Paola fans letting the officials know just what they thought of that last sequence of events. Of course, that doesn't do anything in terms of impacting the scoreline, which does read 25-16 in favor of Spring Hill as we begin the second half. Nice side entry here, now into the post down low, swung out for Bond up high. Works on the defender on the elbow. Kick out, 3 had it, but didn't take it. LaPlante now. They go inside, and it's converted. Busher able to go in with the left. That stronger left side. You saw a couple of Broncos players actually just kind of passing up opportunities for lower percentage looks earlier on in that possession, and that's what you love to see. Weber steps in with the steal. Motors down the left side and puts it in for 2. Strong start to the second half, 4 straight points. It's now 29-16. And a foul coming in from that trailing official on the play. And as is so often the case, that ref that just made that call was the one who was kind of at the center of all of those plays back then in the first half. And I'm not saying this from a trying to single him out perspective, of course. But these are the human elements of these games and the way that these gyms get energized throughout. If you're just joining us after the half, it was the Broncos trailing for much of the first quarter, and then pulled ahead in the second, and then built a nice 9-point lead, took it to the locker room in a pretty crazy sequence of plays there late in the second quarter, some of which had some iffy officiating perhaps. That was a long 2 there for Suter. Foot was on the line, unfortunately, as the line drive jumper found the bottom of the net. Paola working that side pick and roll, hasn't offered much for him. Now swung out for Pitzer. Foster started the drive and really haven't said the name of Foster since the end of that first quarter. Hit a pretty deep buzzer beater for a 3 to extend out that Paola lead. Believe that it was stood at a 6-point advantage at the end of that first quarter. Pitzer swings it for, looks like that's J.D. Meade. Now outside, long 3-ball way off the mark by Foster. Weber coming up the left side. Now LaPlante, powerful move into the middle, and too strong on the shot as well. Paola sensing they need to slow things down, and that's kind of when the Broncos took over that second quarter, when they did slow things down and started looking for those higher percentage looks instead of rushing it. Post-entry pass was a good one, and it's converted inside. Ava Kell making an athletic play even to just come down with possession initially, and ended up drop-stepping through a couple players. Strong move. And they don't always have to be, skillful, delicate, with great footwork. Sometimes you just got to go when to know, or you got to know when to go, I should say. Crossing myself over here. Nice basket cut underneath, layup off the mark. And that zone buster working so well for Spring Hill, just couldn't make the shot. 31-20 with under 5 to go here in the third quarter. Foster now for Kane on the elbow. Nice shot. Worked that underneath for Small. Bond behind the back on the elbow, now out for Weber, who has been quiet, at least from behind the arc, and can't convert on that try. Pitzer gets it back top of the key. Swung around now for Foster. Foster tries a 3, it got blocked, but that's going to be Bronco ball. Looked like a little extracurricular activity maybe off the ball in that sequence. So it's a 9-point lead right now for Spring Hill, 31-22, as we near the 4-minute mark. Bond for LaPlante in the right corner. And that one given off for a Suter. Pretty easy call, as the hand just, oftentimes officials will let you put that hand on the offensive player. You just can't keep it there. And look at this execution inside, results in a foul. But Suter curling around that elbow. And you saw Weber doing that earlier in the contest. That is an action that the Broncos really like to run. Early on in the season, it seemed like they were always running it for Jenna Weber. And why not? You're going to run your bread and butter for your best player. I mean, that's pretty much any basketball coach at any level would do that. But nice to see that playbook evolving, players understanding their roles and how that can be interchangeable. And look at this, a steal off of the press, but a block at the rim. The deflection was Ava Kell inside, as Paola come the other way. 10-point lead now. Kell for 3 off the front iron. And it's rebounded fairly simply by Suter. Weber steps into the triple and knocks it down. Well, you don't want to let Jenna Weber get hot now, because she'll bury you. And she just put the Paola Panthers down by 13 points here as the third quarter continues to wind down. A foul coming in underneath. That is Rodden into the game. Certainly not. I don't know any refs who got in the game just to let him play, but it's not what we're seeing tonight. Paola into the offensive set. Kauk steps into it and knocks it down from the elbow. Second time we've seen that. 3-ball up for Herman. It's off the mark and is not saved successfully. Going to have a timeout taken by Spring Hill. We'll take one too. You're watching girls basketball right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
First Auction Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here in beautiful Spring Hill, Kansas in the third quarter, 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go to be precise, as the Broncos lead and collect the ball after the Paola turnover. They lead by 11. Nice pass down inside and the foul. Rodden able to make the fairly easy layup and kind of got fouled after releasing it. Usually, when you get a three-point opportunity, you got to go all the way through the contact. This was a gift free throw for Rodden. Excellent response after the Husa timeout to generate the turnover. I think that would go as a steal. As a matter of fact, that is what it's called when you generate the turnover. They do have a name for that. Here come the Panthers, trailing by 14 now. As Editor swings it back up high for Foster. Editor gets it back. Now Pitzer, nowhere to go with it. A lot of time taken off the clock, but a nice corner shot knocked down by Ediger. Weber finding space for three. Watch out, Jenna Weber has officially gotten hot here in the second half. A couple of three balls, and the Broncos are really pulling away now. 41-26, still in the third quarter. Pitzer is a dribbling and a timeout required. Paola are going to opt for one. They are in trouble, down 15, just 1 minute 14 to go here in the third.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
community banking at its best. Member FDIC.
Paola ball here with 1:09 to go in the third. They trail by 15 in a game they led by as many as 6 near the end of the first quarter. Things really just unraveling before halftime, but that might get you going. Scrappy bucket inside for the Panthers. Kauk able to just scoop up a loose ball and stick in the layup. Nice pass underneath. No, it is tipped and stolen by Ediger. Ediger, part of a Paola dynasty, if you will. And now is the most senior member, though she is just a sophomore. No more older sister in that locker room. As Weber brings it up and taps her head to set the offense into motion. Crisp movement, the name of the game. And that's whether you've got JV swing players in there like they do now, whether you've got the starters in, doesn't matter. And Coach Yusa didn't like that sequence, calls a quick timeout. We'll take one with her.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Well, I want to share something on the air I shared with my Paola colleagues just now. And when I say that was a college coach timeout, I see a lot of college basketball games, and you pick up on times when a high school coach wouldn't necessarily call a timeout. As look at that play. The ball just slipping through, trickling through, and making it to Jaylee White for the end of the quarter. We'll talk more about that timeout. We'll talk about the outlook here for your Spring Hill Broncos. They lead 43-28 after 3 quarters here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark, now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just 1 block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
We're back here in Spring Hill, home of the Broncos. And they have certainly poured it on since about midway through that second quarter. It has just been all Broncos, currently 43-28. Paola came into this one. They were 2-4. Likely will fall to 2-5. One of those wins came almost 70 points scored against the Wellsville girls basketball team, 70-11 in one of their 2 wins. And my goodness, not a score that feels good to read. Bounce pass across for Foster, as this defensive change by the Broncos has really just frustrated Paola. You see coaches right now, they're just trading timeouts. They're going back and forth, and that is because one of them makes the move. The other one needs the adjustment. We'll take it with them here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Well, looks like that Bronco defense and Coach Husa changing to that zone, forcing the Paola Panthers into a late timeout. And that comes after a couple of other nice sequences by the Panthers in this one that kind of highlighted that coaching acumen. First of all, we saw out of the timeout, it was the Broncos who changed the defensive scheme, got a turnover in a layup. That was earlier in the first half. And then on this sequence here, a quick timeout after Paola tried to kind of do the same thing. Resulted in a score out of the timeout. And in the NBA, they keep track of that. They call them ATOs, after timeouts. And there are specific numbers that track success in times directly following when a coach can talk things over. And man, if you're manually tracking ATO situations for the Spring Hill Broncos this season, you'd be seeing a whole lot of great things. Side inbound for the Paola Panthers. Ava Kell, big senior, has been pretty involved parts of this game, but you see maybe that Spring Hill could have gone to the zone much earlier even in this contest because Paola just have no idea what to do with the ball. Swing pass on the other side for LaPlante. Puts it on the deck. Bond going to step into a three. Unconventional, won't go. And the rebound, second attempt, is off the mark as well. A foul going to kill that play and give possession back to the Panthers. Well, it's been a frustrating contest for Panthers coach Jamie Butler. Of course, did receive that bench warning. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that she received it because it was given as a bench warning, not to her specifically. And that is an important difference. Three ball up and good. Hazel Downham on the wing. That just about keeps him in touching distance. This one's not over yet. Good rebound inside, though, by Weber. Trying to put this one to bed, and on the scoop shot, got fouled underneath. Coming in. No, Maggie Kaut. Weber's such a natural, and that perhaps no more evident than when she's at the free throw stripe. Doesn't get fouled much for how often and how easily she scores, but that can be something that shooters of her ilk tend to struggle with, as you typically see those more physical guys who can't shoot free throws, of course. They're the ones who get to the rim, get fouled, and then miss them. Such has always been the way of things. Another turnover. Weber able to poke this one away, gets the return pass, and gets to that left side, leaves it short. Weber, easiest look of the evening for, and couldn't convert. So it's still a 14-point lead as a swing pass across the court going to result in another three-point try. That should have been out of bounds. Clearly struck the shot clock above the rim, but nobody called it. Here comes Weber. And again, that's a play where the officiating of that play just impacted the 2 points, but it benefits the Broncos. More space for a jumper. Downham doesn't want it. And another turnover. Or Paola thought it was. It's still Panther basketball. And Downham didn't know it. And unfortunately for Downham, that did not make her coach very happy. Downham went back on defense when her team still had the ball, and she is now parked on the bench. That hurts. Paola trying to find some flow here. And that's important because it's not like Spring Hill will be the only team to throw a 2-3 at them this year. That's much better from the Panthers, who get it down low. And when they've looked good, that's what the Panthers have done, get the ball down low. And do it deliberately, do it slowly, as they did on that occasion. And so much space underneath, and it was too much. Traveling violation. Margot Todd, the sophomore, was so wide open that those feet got going before the ball hit the deck. Hits her up the floor. Gets it off to the right side, then fades into the corner, now gets it back. And nice dribble drive started here by Haney, and that is a stuck in. Is it too little too late, or is this the late push that Paola have been looking for? 12-point contest, 47-35 with 3:30 remaining. And a timeout taken by Coach Husa. So this one continues to twist and turn. We've still got a game here. 12 points separate Spring Hill and Paola here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Inbound for Spring Hill as we get restarted. Nice bounce pass, finds Rodden, who drains it. And look at that, another ATO, another after timeout opportunity. What happens with the Broncos? They score the basketball, they break the run. Always, when coach calls a timeout, the Broncos deliver. Ball now in the corner. You see that kind of sub-package of players in the game for Paola. That's kind of working better for him than the starting unit was, as Rodden had that pass knocked out of her, or that rebound knocked out of her hands, but Broncos keep possession of it. Weber going to run point. Weber came alive kind of end of the third, beginning of that fourth quarter. A couple of triples. Believe she's made 3 of them on the game. And that was always going to be a risky pass. Busher looking into the opposite corner. It's a mistake that the Broncos will live with, though. They like to put the hands in the ball, the playmakers. And they certainly view Busher that way. Zono, they're swinging it around. And my goodness. Well, I guess we're going to call all of our timeouts in this one. It's really turning into a chess match, if we haven't mentioned that already. Let's watch the rest of it right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Back at Spring Hill, Kansas, where I believe I have it on good intel. They have not restarted courses just yet. A lot of area schools get back to things tomorrow as a corner three on the way. I've been talking about throughout much of this contest how well the Broncos execute out of timeout opportunities. Sometimes what allows you to appreciate that is simply a player making a shot or not. For example, that out of bounds play that there they go. Three-pointer from the corner for Paola makes it an 11-point contest, 49-38 now. But Paola came out, ran a great play, got their shooter open in the corner, just didn't make the shot. And it's easy to praise coaching for shot making. It's what makes analyzing everything that's going on such an interesting and tough task. Thrown up ahead for the Panthers. This is, or could have been, a big shot. I believe it was blocked at the point of release. And Weber now comes across the timeline. Under 2 minutes, just 1:32 to play as Weber pounds with the right hand, a reach-in foul. And that is the fifth personal, still two more coming from the Panthers here. Easy inbound, and a cross-court pass was not a wise one in that situation. Still a double-digit lead, though, but no reason to turn it over there. Now kick out three ball is around and out. Well, that would have cut it to just 8 points with 1:15 to play. Instead, this one looks like it's going to result in a Spring Hill W. Now at the 1 minute mark as Weber dribbles down to the block and gives it up. Outside, three on the way. Weber cans it. And now there's no shot clock, but you love to see that in the spirit of the game, in the confidence of an offensive player. Despite that situation, stepping in confidently, the catch and shoot three. I believe that is her fourth on the contest. Another one swung around, and this one rebounded by Weber. As we are now at 20 seconds remaining in the contest. And that should just about wrap it up. So it's going to end 52-38. As the Broncos are going to pick up a win. That's going to push Paola down to now 2-5 on the season. Spring Hill going to start off the 2023 portion with a win. That's also going to push them above 500. 4-3 now, your Broncos on the season. Now we've got the post-game wrap, and we've got preview of the boys matchup coming up next. Don't go away. You're watching high school basketball. Yes, it's back, folks, here in 2023 on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Welcome to the pre and post-game show as you get a look at, just how complicated it is sometimes, folks, to make the image that you see on screen as we get it formatted up for you and ready to go. Unfortunately, folks, I do have some bad news. Our secondary camera is not functioning whatsoever, so you're going to have me doing that radio-style play-by-play, giving you the score at every break, at every chance I get. And as this does allow me to kind of refine my skills a little bit, so I think it's fun, but we do apologize because we know that is not the optimal viewing experience for those of you at home. Again, though, a victory on the girls' side, starting off 2023, getting back into that win column and getting back over 500, 4-3. A very impressive, after what was initially kind of a slow start to the game, really took over midway through that second quarter, did not look back, and ended up winning that by a final, I believe it was 52-38, though, again, stats that come out of my mouth, be very, very cautious about thinking that those may be official because they may not be. So we got the boys contest coming up. Of course, they actually were in action much closer to the kind of the festive period. They played on a Tuesday, the Christmas week. So a little bit fresher, a little bit more motivation for them to kind of flip things around as a number of question marks about this team, about some roles on this team, and about what the Spring Hill Broncos are going to look like on a game-by-game basis here. We'll find out. We've got starters, we've got keys to the game, and we've got opening tip. We are 10 minutes away from all of it right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
Well, welcome back to Spring Hill Sports Live, where we celebrate all games equally. Yes, that's right. That means even when the combined record of both teams coming into this contest doesn't look too great. Just one win in 11 attempts. And that's combining both of these clubs who are going to meet tonight. The Paola Panthers showing up to the gym 0-6. They're looking for their first win of the season against your struggling Spring Hill Broncos, who come in near the bottom of 5A at 1-4. Your keys to the game? Well, they are presented. One of my keys of the new year is going to be to hold these stat sheets before I start these reads. Your keys to the game, they're brought to you by Amy Kelly Homes of Reese Nichols Real Estate. The key to finding your dream home is having someone who makes you already feel at home. Key in at amyreesenichols.com. Well, my key to this one is simple. It is come out on fire, come out shot out of a gun, and come out with so much energy. Now, you just need to start off 2023, the right mentality, the right energy level, the right positivity, especially guys like young freshman point guards who don't have the start of the season go their way. Guys like seniors who may not have even started every game on a team where they expected to be kind of more of a focal point. A lot of positions, a lot of players on this Spring Hill team really yet to kind of click in together, and that's what your Spring Hill Broncos are looking to do again against a struggling, and I mean really struggling, Paola Panthers team coming into the gym again winless at 0-6. We'll look at some area matchups, try to get you some of those final scores from, I believe it was Lewisburg earlier that we were discussing there. We are now 6 minutes away from tip-off right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and texts. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Ladies, do you know what you want to drink?
Ooh, yeah, I'll have the unlimited coffee.
Me too. You got some coffee?
You know, back in my day, unlimited meant there were no limits.
But you need a limit.
Tired of paying for unlimited offers that leave you feeling limited? Experience Limitless with Go Brawley.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark, now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just one block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and text. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
We're back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, bringing you the boys' side of the matchup tonight. As the starting fives get out there for Spring Hill, Bond, Metcalf, D'Albini, Brown, and Neal. Familiar starting five for the 1 and 4 Spring Hill Broncos. Paola Panthers again do come into this one. They are 0 and 6. They start Reader, number 2, Taylor, Murdoch, Osborne, and big Eli Richmond wears number 34 and jumps in the center circle opposite D'Albini. Ready to get underway. A new year, a new chance for both of these programs who struggled in the tail end of the 2022 part of the season to turn the page here. Right-handed dribble drive is rejected at the rim by Keaton Neal. And here's a run out for Bond. And he's rejected, but a follow tip in by D'Albini, who skied in. We saw him dunk one near the Christmas break. Almost could have maybe tipped that one in with a more powerful slam, but instead just that old-fashioned tip in for 2. Cranks up the intensity in the gym as Spring Hill take the early lead. Again, we are sad to not feature the score bug tonight, but it's in the best interest of all of us. Another rejection inside. And this one again up ahead for Bond, who wiggles in and finishes with the right hand. 4-0 charge out of the gate by the Broncos. And kind of initiated by this smothering defense. See Metcalf matched up on Reader. D'Albini now in the pick and roll defense. Swung around by the Panthers. Crisp movement, but not getting any penetration with it. Pick and roll action, nothing there. And Landon Taylor now dribbles with the left hand at the top of the key. Reader takes 2 dribbles in, gives it up. And you can already see what the issue might be offensively for Paola. Nobody wants to initiate. Nobody wants to force the issue. Finally, they go inside. Murdoch says, well, you guys have been passing it around for 45 seconds. I'm going to go up with a shot. But it was rushed and he missed it. 6 minutes on the clock in the first quarter as Spring Hill lead 4-0. Swung around to the right side. Now in the corner, D'Albini gets it out for Keaton Neal. And it's Metcalf stepping into the 3 and canning it. 7-0 run to start for your Spring Hill Broncos, all over Paola. Paola swinging it around, but Taylor gets it to Reader in the corner. He's cut off on the baseline. Now swung for Murdoch up high, starts the move. He's cut off as well. Now cutting inside, that was better. Shot missed, rebound attempt is missed the second time as well. And D'Albini got wrapped up. A jump ball was the call before he lost it. An active start for the Broncos. They lead 7-0 out of the gate in a game they, frankly, for both teams, really, you got to have this one. At the bottom of the standings for Paola, at the bottom of the 4A standings without a win yet. And Spring Hill near the bottom of the 5A standings. You drop down, host a 4A team. Regardless of the situation, you consider that a winnable game, a game that you want to be winning, but especially in the context here. Neal driving inside, goes with a left hand, can't finish, but D'Albini can. Second put back for the big fella tonight. And folks, if you're gonna scream while you walk past, don't do it in the gym right when broadcasters are broadcasting. Sorry if you heard that. My goodness. This one swung around by the Panthers. Let's just say that was some Paola fans. I didn't see him, but this is where you'd love to see a shot clock coming into effect. This smothering defense by Spring Hill, and the three-pointer is off the mark. It's 9-0, and it's now been 4 minutes into this game. Paola have yet to score the rock. Here comes Keaton Neal, dribbling with the left hand, gives it off for Bond at the top. Metcalf thought about another one. And now the entry for Bond. That's one of the interesting things about the game of Chase Bond is he certainly defensively he operates as a guard. He's guarding the smaller players in the matchups typically, but as a stronger guard, he sometimes inverts and gets into those post-up situations when he has the ball. This time it's a swung out. No hesitation for three. That is a big-time bucket for Evan Brown. Pushes it to 12-0. And a timeout taken by Paola. They need one in a 12-0 hole early.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Midway through the first quarter of action, 3 minutes and 33 seconds remain here in the first quarter, and the scoreboard reads 12-0 in favor of the Spring Hill Broncos, exploding out of the gate and then getting in a couple of three balls as well, one of them from Metcalf and one of them from Evan Brown. Right now I have D'Albini with 4 points off a couple tip-ins. I've got Bond with 1, I've got Metcalf with 3, and I've got Brown with 3 as well. Kirshner in for your Broncos. Paola, looks like they might have made a couple as well, but that's going to be an offensive foul as Bond was camped out underneath and took the charge. Playing suffocating defense, haven't allowed a basket yet, and then what do you do out of a timeout? Take a charge. My goodness. It's a gutsy play underneath the hoop by Bond. Here comes Metcalf off the handoff as the Broncos kind of get into that weave. Now Metcalf fading into the corner. Goes into that kind of Carmelo Anthony type sequence. Nice move inside by Jackson. The jump stop And the finish. And Jackson making an immediate impact in off the bench, and a foul is called there. Jackson a little over eager, and he was just kind of closing down. I mentioned this official specifically back in the girls contest earlier, and that's when if Jackson had been watching that women's game, he would have known not to do that in front of that ref in particular. But of course, they got to go in the locker room. They got to, do things that teams do while the girls play, and then come out and take care of business yourself. Unfortunately, sometimes you miss out on the scouting opportunity. Steal and a drive up ahead by the Broncos. It's Lacey who puts it in for 2. Everything going the way of the team in white and yellow. 16-0 here in the first quarter, and it's Bronco ball. And that floor just feels like it's swallowing you up right now if you're checking in the game for Paola. Lacey takes the inbound. One thing that this could mean for should much of the rest of the game unfold as this has so far, you're going to see a lot of unfamiliar faces for the Broncos, and that's not always a bad thing as the travel comes in. It's already something that has kind of been the case after that first wave of subs. 6 minutes gone, 16 points scored by the home team. Still 0 points on the board for the Panthers. Lacey trying to get in there and poke that one away as it is swung around now by the Panthers. They hit it in the corner. And that one just thrown off out of bounds off of the Broncos player.
Return to Panthers number 2, Patrick Reeder.
Reeder comes back into the contest. 1:40 to play in quarter number 1. Reeder swings it. Now all the way around, nobody in the paint for Paola, and they turn it over. Bond now. Couple wild, uncertain dribbles, but does kick it out. The 3 is off the mark. So here comes Taylor. Cut off on the three-point line. Into the corner, but that's double team. Nobody on the Panthers wants to take that outside shot, and it's hard to establish that offense first on the outside shot, at least at this level. You want to go inside and then use that to open up space for the J. Lacey trying to sneak through there, keep the dribble alive, and it was last touched by the Panthers. So Dialbini and Neal returning, as does Metcalf. Good sub minutes there, though, for Elijah Lacey. Spelling in for the freshman Neal, who has kind of grown into that starting position. Space for Brown, who now knifes his way inside and does run over the defender. Evan Brown, typically more of a shooter, and unfortunately that makes it easier for him to pick up a offensive foul. Those type of guys, when they decide they're finally going to drive in, they can't really stop once they start. Look at that free wing entry on the defense. Now kick out 3 going to be attempted here. No, post entry is deflected and gobbled up by the Broncos, at least momentarily. This play is all over the place, and peak high school basketball there on display for you. 14.5 seconds for Paola to score. Otherwise, they will be blanked in the first quarter. That might be what happens. They might not touch the ball again. Neal goes through the legs, gets a flat screen from D'Albini. Now the kick out for, that was Jackson, it looked like. It was off the mark. Good idea, but a 16-0 run out of the gate by your Spring Hill Broncos. Paola in trouble here heading into the second quarter.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
Second quarter coming your way from Spring Hill right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. And I have a live viewer count, and I often look at it during each broadcast. It's nice to know how many people are listening to me ply my craft and so on, how many people are consuming this product of high school basketball that I love. And I got to commend all you folks, as this is an and one for Paola, and you hear an emphatic yell there, and that's going to get, I don't know. I mean, so the Spring Hill student section, they're going to mock him for, you understand the situation, but given the context that was and one, given how horrid that first quarter is, honestly, I would have loved to hear him yell even louder. A lot of emotion in that yell, a lot of supercharged moments, but you can bet rest of the night, as soon as he touches the ball in front of that Spring Hill fan section, they'll be yelling too. And why wouldn't they? Jackson with the rock up top, dishes for Neal on the left side. And now Metcalf. Strong triple threat move. Now Neal starts the drive. Nice move, can't finish. And for Neal, that's just that right there. Early on in the season, there may have been some confidence issues. There may have been some first varsity game type of issues. Missing that layup, that is simply a freshman issue right there. That is all that is. The way that Keaton Neal slowed his body down at the end of the drive was advanced. That is not something that freshman players are typically able to do, use that body control to change speeds, especially when it comes from going faster to going slower. That's advanced, and then just you get a boneheaded freshman layup attempt afterwards is really seeing the best of both worlds. On the other side, Paola finally getting going offensively. A couple of free throws coming. It's still 16 to just 2 points, though. Make it 16-3. Seen a number of 2 and 4 point outputs in a quarter. And I'm sure it's not that rare, but that is my personal first scoreless quarter that I've seen in 4A Kansas basketball. Here comes Bond flipping it off for Metcalf. Now Brown for Neal. Bond starts the move, pulls up with the floater, gets the roll. Well, Bond likes to kind of stop short on the drives for him, the nice floater. as it's swung around back into the corner. Dribble drive off the backboard, wild shot, and it is stolen away. Metcalf said, how does that happen to me right in front of my own bench? Not a single Spring Hill player to warn Metcalf about the Wolf behind him. You could see that disappointed look on his face when he turned to him. No harm done. It's 18-4 here as Metcalf takes it and starts that right-hand dribble drive. Pulls out of it over for a Brown. Now in for Kirchner. The shot off the mark. And now Taylor gets it up ahead. Taylor in the corner. 3-point up and good. More of that for the Panthers. Jed Osborne in the corner. (18-7) now the score. Quick blitz from the Panthers has changed the energy level just a touch. Metcalf pulls up for three, and this time they do see that it was out of bounds. Panthers, Osborne, Taylor, and looks like Sanders out there as well, along with Reeder. Nice bounce pass down inside. Panthers finally getting some penetration against that zone defense, and a jump ball, that's going to go the Broncos' way. Here comes Neal. Paola matched up man-to-man. Looks like their center might be guarding Keaton Neal, though, Spring Hill's point guard. Here is a Bond lining up a three, too strong. And yeah, you got your post player down in there for the Panthers guarding point guard. I won't pretend to be an expert on Paola basketball this season. I do see their record, though, and I see things like that. And it makes me wonder. Of course, you can't control what talent you've got on the floor any given year. That's the issue. Or, I mean, that's the issue affecting everyone, frankly, at this level. Motoring up the floor now comes Evan Brown. Now Neal, guarded by Murdoch. Kirchner, back for Neal into the corner now, finding Brown in space, no good. But that's the type of shot opportunity that Spring Hill want. Freeing up the shooter action in the corner. 18-7 now as both teams really slowing down. Spring Hill student section getting into it. Inside go the Panthers, layup off the mark, and these longer offensive possessions kind of make me realize in that first half, so many turnovers. They didn't even attempt many shots. They have a timeout, no, just a number of substitutions entering the contest. So we got Neal, we got Baker, we got Elijah Lacey out there. And we got Kirchner as well as Jackson. Imposter syndrome is very real for broadcasters, and it's weird. I feel like Marv anytime that I say that. Here's Neal coming off the left angle screen. Jackson now in the corner for Lacey. Crossover, Kirchner, no hesitation, quick trigger off the mark, and Lacey ends up, unfortunately, kind of tip-tapping that ball out of the hands of his own teammate. Still no harm done. An 11-point advantage right now for Spring Hill, 18-7. Not exactly a thrilling first half of action. That one was blocked at the rim. Think Neal got a hand on it. And now Neal coming away with a nice rebound. Down the left side of the floor. Here he comes, finishing with the right hand for two. Well, Keaton Neal risking it for the biscuit on that particular play. Not the way that coaches advise you to go up. But sometimes you just got to make them go in the basket. Screen on the left side, and I haven't seen a Paola player actually attack a ball screen like they wanted to drive at the basket yet. So it's easy to, credit Spring Hill with the offense. It's easy to point to what's going on and credit the team that's winning. But looking at a team like Paola, you start to examine what are the things that are happening, what is happening on offense, or also what is not happening on offense. And that, to me, is the biggest piece of what's not happening is the way that players come around the screens. They're not even considering themselves as a scorer. That tight defense. Inside, nice pass into the middle of the lane. And that is a pretty looking basketball. Landon Taylor finishing the play. Could make it just a 10-point contest. Bonus from here for the remaining 158. And folks, this may be one you might be thanking me that the score is not displayed on your screen, because then you'd have to confront the fact that you're spending time watching this game that's going to be 20-10 at halftime. Taylor bouncing at the free throw line. Every point is so crucial in this one, and that makes that offensive rebound a much bigger play. They could cut it to single digits now. Strong move inside, but the finish wasn't there. Second attempt is going to result in another foul, and Paola are finally coming alive in this one. Spring Hill have done nothing with the basketball offensively in these last 5 minutes or so. Teams just completely flip-flopping rolls at the end of that first quarter. Remember, it was 16-0 at the end of the first. In the first 6 minutes here, the Panthers have scored 10 and just 2 buckets for Spring Hill. Neal coming down with that one. Kirshner now. Got it to Metcalf. Moves to the middle. Nothing there for him. Swing pass reverse all the way for Brown. No good on the shot. Another shot attempt by Brown. No. Trustman into the corner. Shot fake is a good one, and the drive inside results in another pair of free throws. Paola just chipping their way back into this one. And you can say what you want about that first quarter effort, but frankly, Spring Hill didn't put up a much better one here in the second. Even just allowing this to become a contest again after that early dominance and deflating the other team like that should not have been possible. Still tons of time in this one. Only 15 minutes of the, 40? 36? Can't do that quick math. And That's going to be a foul. Pretty easy call. There's a bear hug. Eli Richmond's arms. Big 6'3" Eli Richmond wrapping him up all the way. Metcalf back to Neal, who operates in that natural point guard role. Now Bond takes it, dribbles left for Metcalf. And Metcalf could not decide. Sometimes that basketball finds its way to you and you just can't process quickly enough. You got to open up Task Manager, exit all that busy clutter that's going on, and oop, you traveled. Now crisper ball movement from the Panthers here in the second quarter. 3 ball on the way. It's an air ball. 30 seconds remain in the half. And it's just a 9-point advantage for Spring Hill. 20 now as Neal goes left to right with a crossover. $10 to shoot. Neal's going to back it out. Being guarded by J.J. Crawford. Neal starts his drive. Nearly ran into a teammate and picked up his dribble for good measure. Unfortunately, and I don't want to denigrate my own product that I'm putting out there, but that's, wow. My goodness. Whoa. Oh, my. A technical foul has been assessed, and the coach of the Paola Panthers has been ejected. What?
That's terrible. What? You see what happened to me? Yeah. What?
Oh my goodness, what a sequence of events. I believe there may have been up to 3 technical fouls assessed, and then my computer completely lost power for a moment, which was a completely separate and unrelated problem. The computer came back, and now the officials are talking things over. The original intent was absolutely to eject the Paola Panthers head coach, Ryan Oshel, and I mentioned the girls coach Jamie Butler multiple times by name, and that is because she was getting involved with this very same official down there, getting mixed up and having a number of conversations. Now in that game, a bench warning was issued. Now what happened at the end of this play was an inbound attempt for what was going to be like a half-court heave with 2 seconds left. And so we are going to have some technical foul free throws. So you're going to be Metcalf at the line. All the other players, actually players for Spring Hill, are around their bench. These players for Paola, I'm not sure where they are. Paola players have left. It appears they have left their bench area. So there's a foul that came in on the play as the inbound was coming in. Was that 4 for 4? Halftime will be 23-11 after the mayhem. So we're going to retrace our steps here, kind of evaluate what we just saw and what you can expect for the rest of this one. Crazy ending to a pretty tame first half here. You just never know what's going to happen when you're watching high school sports right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark. Now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back to Spring Hill Sports Live. We've got about 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining on, oh my goodness, my mistake, on your Mike Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. And really just right now, frankly, breaking down that pretty insane sequence that I'm not sure we even captured quite all of it on our camera. A lot of it kind of happened in the corner, what would be the corner of your screen, but in the final seconds before halftime, the players collided kind of after a half-court shot attempt. Frankly, players collided in a way that would not be considered to be a foul of any kind 99 times out of 100. The official, who has also assessed a bench technical to the girls' coach for Paola earlier this evening and have been kind of in some controversy in that girls' game, then proceeded to call an offensive foul on that play, which did happen directly in front of the Paola bench. The entire Paola bench reacted incredulously and instantly one technical, and then less than 3 seconds later, a second technical foul followed for Ryan Oshel, the head coach of the Paola Panthers. And my goodness, I mean, sports aren't exactly about feeling bad for the losing team, and I hesitate to feel bad for a rival and everything, but you come in here 0-6 and you already think, what else can go wrong? You don't score a single point in the first quarter, and frankly, to be ejected so quickly from a game in that way, really not something that you necessarily want to see, and I'm not sure that anyone here would necessarily think that was a deserved situation. But either way, Paola now, they're 0-6, and they are playing without their head coach as well. And they played with him for the entire half. Now it's just going to be the second half that they end up playing without him. And guess what? I'd be saying this with a very different tone of voice if I was broadcasting this on Paola Sports Live. And you know why I know that, folks? Because the guys who are, they're standing or sitting about 5 feet over to my left. And yes, the tone of their voice, it does sound quite different from mine, because what we just saw was truly, and I mean, you don't want to make something, again, in a sports game that's ultimately about the development of kids and the stories and how we see that and how we celebrate that and how we love to consume that. You don't want to take it and point it towards something happening like that, but then when it does happen and when it's so, it does become the most notable thing that happens in the game. That is an unfortunate situation, and that's why you don't want to throw someone out of the game unless you absolutely have to. You don't want to be extra sensitive in terms of wielding that power that you are granted as an official to eject people from the contest. Anyway, no coach. Well, we'll see who actually takes over as the head coach coming up in the second half for Paola. They face a 12-point deficit, currently 23-11 your score after the first half here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and text. We ended up with our dream home, all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way,
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
You've been in there over 30 minutes. You don't pay the water bill, get out.
Wouldn't it be great if you could control your internet usage like other utilities?
I can.
No, I mean if you could control how much usage there was so you could save yourself money, like with water.
Yeah, I know, I already can with Go Brawly.
Oh, well, now you can. With the all-new app from Go Brawly, you'll have complete control from anywhere. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
So a little bit of administrative work going on. PA announcer saying a couple of words there after some of the players kind of confused about just how that half ended, as I tried to kind of break down for you there at the halftime show. Here is Metcalf being guarded up high, and it was Neal trying to, I don't know if I call that Euro step and moving around the defender down low. So Neal now to inbound. Had Metcalf for a moment, but gets it into the big fella. Galvini back for Neal, who took a bump as he started the drive. All the way to the other side, here comes Bond. Flipped out Neal, starts the drive, now Bond again. Interplay between the two underclassmen unfortunately ends in a turnover. Taylor coming the other way for Murdoch. And just as Richmond started that drop step to the middle, it was Bond who couldn't help himself. Keaton Neal quickly makes for the bench, and this is a time you're going to see him get coached up a little bit. If you come out that early, that's not necessarily by design. Usually coach will, typically what you see is, and I'm curious, I'm watching right now, you see coach pull him out, yeah, exactly. And then you wait 30, and you wait maybe 30 or 35 seconds, you let the player sit there and think about what just happened, and then you talk to him. But you can't just take a player out of the game and sit him down and just start it. And that's actually, now you get, I wish we had the multi-camera setup because we could show you that conversation that's happening right now between, that is Keaton Neal down there with that, actually what's become kind of the entire coaching staff. First year staff for both the boys and girls programs here at Spring Hill. And on the girls side, I've certainly lauded that change and how much you can just see it impacting the floor, impacting the players every game, especially in a year with so many newer players. Look at Lacey. Nice crossover move to start the drive. I think with this team, you're seeing it more maybe on a development level with these players growing in confidence. Jackson spots up for three in the corner and makes it look easy. Up to 7 points now for Jackson. Let's see if Richmond will ever start that dribble move. Both teams have picked up 3 fouls in just over 90 seconds. So there may be free throws in our future. Currently 26-11 in favor of Spring Hill. Reeder into the corner, leaves it for Murdoch. Up and under move and gets fouled by D'Albini. And you can tell that D'Albini is frustrated about that one. Did not need to reach and kind of just slap the offensive player around there. Murdoch didn't really have position, was kind of falling away from the basket after the shot fake, and then D'Albini just bailed him out. Kirchner subbing in for D'Alvini. Second one goes. Here comes Lacey. And now Metcalf takes the screen. Kirchner fading into the corner. Big time play, but the shot off the mark. Good spacing for that opportunity. I like Metcalf in that pick and roll operator role. Outlet for Jackson speeding down the right side of the court. Metcalf spotted across the way, but can't convert. Up ahead for Sanders. And now across court for Trussman. Taylor cut off. Looking down low for the big man. Richmond bodies into the defender. And the rebound ripped away by Metcalf. Metcalf for Bond. Extra step and didn't get the lay-in. Here comes Trussman. Paola pulling it out. Not sure if that's a by design or if that's kind of because of their very timid, hesitant persona on this side of the ball. And unfortunately for Metcalf, a reach-in foul there. Bond committed the reach-in just before Metcalf had slid in late. And my goodness, do players ever slide in late in Kansas high school basketball? Baseline inbound set. And a spot-up jumper opportunity. Rare for us to see the Panthers kind of pulling jump shots from anywhere in this contest. Reeder had it up high for a moment. Now Trussman. And an off-the-ball foul.
Foul number 2, isolation is first. Team foul number 6. And the Broncos 24, Neal.
Baseline inbounds opportunity again for the Panthers. That time was Murdoch moving inside, missing the layup. The third attempt, I believe that was, goes in. It's a 12-point contest as Spring Hill have become equally anemic in terms of their offensive output. And they will, I believe, take the chance to talk things over here as the Broncos choosing to take a timeout. We'll take one as well.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Well, the area matchups are brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both, with offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. And before we get the ball inbounds here, going to get you that Lewisburg score. Right now, it is Eudora at the end of the third quarter leading at Lewis, or that game is taking place in Eudora, actually. It is 31-27. We love having a live update during our games. Here is a corner three on the way for your Broncos. It is missed, but the offensive rebound collected, and that gives Jackson an opportunity to work on the defender. Here's Bond. Couple dribbles, and now back to the drive and got fouled on the gather. Here we go underneath for your Spring Hill Broncos. Trio of subs in for Paola. Cohee, Crawford, among them. Here's Kirshner. Neal swings it around as the Broncos showing some flex offense. Well, anyone who has played themselves at this level will recognize that play. And ran rather lazily, if I will say so myself. Careless offense leads to a Paola chance, another chance for them to cut it to a single-digit game with a three-pointer. 26-14 your score with a 2:40 remaining. An offensive foul, and it was Bond in there again. Bond is shaken up on the play. Well, you do have to sacrifice your body for those, that's for sure. And as you get older as a player, that floor just gets harder and harder when it hits you. Metcalf and Neal, the two guards for your Broncos. Bond also out there with Baker. Or no, excuse me, Bond has gone to the bench. Baker, though, is out there. And an offensive foul. Illegal screen is the call. Kirshner, I think, rolled, and then I think he kept that defender kind of on his hip. And once you roll through, you're not allowed to bring those defenders with you. 7 fouls now for the home team for the Broncos, already 5 for Paola. We've still got 2:15 to go here in quarter number 3. Nice bounce pass inside for Richmond, who puts it in. All right. He didn't have to yell that time, though. He got the yell out earlier in the game, and we were in support of it, but that's excessive. Here comes Metcalf dribbling around the elbow. For the record, I'm for all forms of player expression, even those that may traditionally be viewed as. There's a nice three for Kirshner. But I am far from the judge of what is and is not good sportsmanship. So all that human excitement, we love to see it. But what we love even more, big three-pointers here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
1 minute and 40 seconds to go in quarter number 3. And, of course, we've got all 8 minutes of the fourth and final quarter that will also be right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. 29-16. And we'll have a brief post-game moment for you as well, covering both the boys and girls matchup. Wouldn't it be nice to talk about a sweep here to open up a 2023? Your Bronco boys basketball program trying to ensure that they are able to do just that. Ball in with Paola. We'll see if Spring Hill go back into that zone look. It certainly appears as though they are. And that one is pretty well short. It is going to go Spring Hill's way. Here comes Neal crossing the timeline as we cross under the 120 mark of the third. Kirshner shoots and puts it short. Across the timeline now, the Panthers into the corner. Back out for Taylor. Taylor gets it back, looks into the opposite corner. Drop in for the big fella, and he's fouled. We got big players in the paint, especially when Dialbini is on the bench for Spring Hill. Eli Richmond is listed at 6'3" down there. And you just never know in high school. In college, you know for sure. Everyone's lying. You just know. And it's uniform, and you recognize it. That's what makes that aspect in high school a lot more challenging. Some people are definitely lying. And some teams don't even put their heights out on their roster. Look at that play by Neal. And another instance of that freshman play by Neal on that sequence. You see a rebound now by Metcalf, and absolutely just got fouled right in front of the ref. No call. But rewinding to that Keaton Neal sequence, you saw him really nice dribble move to get in between two players, and then at the final moment just threw the ball out of bounds. That'll do it for the third quarter. We saw a buzzer beater on the girls' side tonight to end the first quarter. Not so yet, but a 12-point contest, 29-17. Folks, if you like big scores, this is not your game, but it is our game here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
We're back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, a 12-point deficit for Paola. At the end of the first quarter, it was a 16-point deficit because it was 16-0. But since that end of the first quarter, man, 2 quarters in 2 quarters, the Broncos have not equaled that point total. And now the problem is, if suddenly Paola make a single three-pointer, this is a tight game again. Somehow, Paola have a possession now due to miscommunication after a rebound broke down. Reeder is cut off. Passes it wide out left. They're looking inside if they can for Richmond, who does have size on Bond. And a steal by Metcalf, just stripped him. Here he comes down the lane, couple of extra passes, and it's Bond following the play. Beautiful offense for Spring Hill. That was good stuff, very unselfish with the basketball, and it paid off big. Let's weave here some space for Paola inside, and a foul comes in. Bond, you could read it on his face. He felt like he swatted that one clean. And Bond kind of just that, I think that's that kind of in-between look of acknowledgement where you know it could have gone either way. You know you came through the body for the block. But you also felt like it was a good stuff. Jackson into the game for Neal. That's interesting. Second one up, and the second one is good for Reeder. A little different look now from Paola. This could spice things up as a Bond nearly turned it over. Let's see if the Broncos get it across the timeline. They do, and look at that highlight from Luke Metcalf. That gets the crowd going just a little bit, as it should. There's Metcalf on the switch. Nice defense on Reeder. Now Dialbini flipped inside again and going for the rebound, contesting it, and committing the foul. That's Taylor rather. So that is team foul number 6 for the Panthers. Metcalf for Jackson, back to Metcalf. Jackson to Brown, and now Metcalf again tries to reset. Bond sets the screen, falls over, and now the kick out three. Brown right there cashes in. Well, Brown kind of just in that position where it's not even like the defender's sagging off. He just catches and shoots it so quickly. He catches it in that preloaded shooting pocket, and there's nothing the defense can do. It's an inside pass for the Panthers. Had a player falling down, and yeah, unfortunately, that is a foul every time. Unfortunately, you can't tangle up the offensive player. That goes even when you are falling over on the ground. First one up and good. Just a weird game for Paola because obviously they didn't score in the first quarter. You know that by now, but since then there have been stretches of this game where they've been not only the better team, but they have been decidedly the better team. And to contrast that with the opening, unfortunately you're not going to win many when you open like that. Metcalf facilitates that ball crossing the timeline. And Dialbini threw it away. Three ball on the way off the back iron. Another one on the way, this one off the front iron. Looks like they're looking for J.J. Trussman. That pass deflected along the baseline. It's going to turn the other way. And it's a 16-point contest now, 6:20 to go. And rinse and repeat what I just said. Here comes Bond with the right hand. He puts it in. Well, one team giveth, the other simply taketh. That is all that is needed right now, as that lead is now ballooned to 18 points here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Well, back here in Spring Hill, Kansas, and I've made a snarky comment or two about the scoring totals of these games, but I might have to just quit because apparently this is normal. We got finals coming in from Lewisburg and Eudora, as a foul is going to come in here locally on this one. But the final score of that contest between the Wildcats and the Cardinals, 41-34 win for Eudora. We're not getting high scoring out of anyone. Substitutions entering. And Trustman again from the line. Jackson. Up ahead. Nice pass for Brown now. A couple of passes over on that far side. Nice patience by this group of Spring Hill players, maybe lacking perhaps in this configuration a natural point guard. But if you are able to see out games without a natural point guard, that does give you a lot of different options, a lot of different ways you can go. Metcalf, nice drive inside, leaves it for Bond, nice move, and he converts. You can see Metcalf loves that, loves when that hard work, it has been paid off literally by the deuce. Bond defending, loading up for the triple was Trustman. He knocks it down. Under 3 minutes now, an 18-point contest. Metcalf pulls up just before that timeline. He almost threw it away. And this time, just about did lose it.
The Panthers for 2, Patrick Reader.
Pretty awesome by the students over there. I saw those signs.
Taylor over to that far right side, guarded, and then switched onto by Brown. All the way in goes Taylor, missing the layup. Second attempt won't go either. And Dialbini just put those long arms up in the air to just try to poke it away and was able to do so. Bond. Nice through the legs dribble. All the way into the paint and can't get it to go. Kicked into the corner. Brown's three is short. Strong rebound inside as Dialbini skied up for that one. Yabini has looked pretty good at times in this game. Also had a couple of fouls, I believe, early on too. Up and under move is not going to go. Here comes Jackson, though. And that is going to be a foul on the floor. Put some extra sauce into that right to left crossover. 1-1 for Jackson coming up. And also coming up is going to be our post-game show presented by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. It's Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center. They work with all insurance companies. They can get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. Looking ahead on that all-important Frontier League schedule. Of course, from here, it's pretty much Tuesday, Fridays. Those are the big games. Those are the big games for us here on Spring Hill Sports Live, at least. And that's going to result in a timeout. We'll talk about the upcoming schedules when we take a timeout here as well, right on Spring Hill Sports Live.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and texts. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Well, final 1 minute and 36 seconds of this one, and I hope that those ears doing a little extra work tonight without that score displayed on the bottom of your screen. I hope it wasn't too much of an inconvenience. It certainly wasn't if you supported the away team there in the first quarter of this one. Minute and 35 seconds to play here in it's a 14-point game. On the post-game show, though, as I mentioned, we are going to look ahead at the upcoming schedule for both your boys and girls basketball programs. And talk about what is more imminent this week, of course, as well, and how you can watch it all unfold all season long with Spring Hill Sports Live. It's going to be 1-and-1 free throws, just what everyone wanted at this stage. After 4 or 5 minutes of stall-based offenses, now we have the privilege of consuming free throws. It wouldn't be so frustrating if the solutions to this problem did not already exist. I will simply leave the rest of the conversation there. There are other basketball leagues that have changed the way that the end of basketball games work, fundamentally speaking. And I hope that one day we can all be a part of it. Free throw up by Jackson. That one's good. Jackson's had a fantastic game in this one. A lot of those kind of those first guy off the bench types for a Spring Hill. Obviously in a game where you open up almost a 20-point lead in the first quarter, those type of guys end up just getting more minutes. But I actually thought it was in the first quarter that sub unit ended up, that was the best that Spring Hill looked all game with those sub players in there against Paola in that first quarter. So they got a little more time to build up a nice big lead. And now, suddenly now, the Panthers want to score. 3 ball, that time it looked easy. But it wasn't so much that they missed threes earlier in the game. I didn't see anyone taking threes earlier in the game. I didn't see any players taking initiative and trying to be the person to create a shot offensively. Metcalf trying to glide around the defender and is fouled on the play. So after this foul, it will be 2 shots from here. Although just 32 seconds remain. Coming up on a Friday. Looks like Paola going to slide over to Bonner Springs for their next matchup. And, of course, looking at the home squad here. We're going to have a tie-up with 16 seconds remaining. But Spring Hill going to take this chance, take this opportunity to move up to 2 and 4 now on the season. And boy, do they need it. Inbound comes to the side top. Here's a 3 on the way. No good. Rebound is batted around and goes down. I believe that it's possible that one was incidentally tipped in by Metcalf, but I certainly don't want to pin that one on him either way. Ultimately, it won't matter too much. Your final score on the girls' side, 52-38. Your final on the boys' side, 45-32. A couple of wins, a great way to start out 2023 right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Coming up, your Shoemaker Collision Repair and Paint Center post-game show. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Oh, hi, honey.
Hi, Grandma. I'm really sorry. I won't be able to make it today. I have way too much homework, and you don't have enough internet.
Oh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh, I need more internet in my house.
Well, you could have just called, right?
Oh.
Call Go Brawley today.
Well, we just got the hustle up. We just got the make it quick. So the post-game show, it is brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision and paint center. They work with all insurance companies and get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. So Paola came in here on the boys' side. They were 0-6 coming into this game, and then at the very end of the first half, head coach got ejected. 2 technicals came in almost immediate succession. Pretty shocking to see, frankly, for those of us discussing this with my Paola colleagues, of course. But those of us who have we've just seen a lot of games. We've seen a lot of situations. We've seen a lot of coaches. And the speed with which technical number 2 followed technical number 1 was it did not have good energy for high school sports level. Let me just put it that way. On the girls' side, certainly nothing of that nature to report on during the contest. It's a pretty straightforward one, as the Broncos actually, unlike their typical trend, they fell behind in that game early on, but frankly, they just turned on the gas midway through quarter number 2, never really looked back, and ended up with a fairly comfortable victory, really keeping Paola kind of at arm's length throughout it. So we're going to be back here on Friday. Myself and Caden Carbajo was running the camera, or at least doing the best he could with just one camera in action today. Again, want to apologize for the technical difficulties, but thank you sincerely for spending your Tuesday night with us here on Lewisburg Sports Live, and most of all, a happy and successful, healthy 2023 to Broncos Nation.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.